What's going on, everyone? It's Baseball Star here, back with another episode of Baseball Talk. Hope y'all are doing well. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the free agent moves so far of the 2021-2022 offseason. So as you guys know, we're in a lockdown right now. All of baseball has pretty much been put on hold. A lot of crazy moves happened right before the lockdown, so let's go over them in this video. So to get things started, let's talk about Marcus Stroman. Marcus Stroman goes to the Chicago Cubs on a 3-year deal for $71 million, so that's $23.67 million per year. Last year, Stroman put up a 10-13 record, 3.02 ERA. He's currently 30 years old, so a 3-year deal isn't that long term, which I like. ERA, high 2s, low 3s. So he's a pretty solid pitcher overall. I like this move that the Cubs are doing. Not too much money, not too long term. They really just want to rebuild, and I think Marcus Stroman is a great addition to their rotation that needs help. So overall, I like the move to Chicago for Marcus Stroman. Next up, we've got Chris Taylor re-signing with the Dodgers, 4 years, $60 million. So that's $15 million a year. Last year, he was an all-star, put up a .254 average, 20 home runs, 73 RBIs. I think this is a pretty good deal that the Dodgers are getting. Chris Taylor, great utility guy. He can play all the outfield positions, play a little bit of second base, a little bit of shortstop. He hits high 200s, low 300s, around there. Overall, just a really solid player. We saw him perform last season in the first half a lot, and I think that Chris Taylor in their lineup was a huge reason why they did so well. Yeah, I think that it's a win-win on both sides. All right, moving on to one of the biggest free agents of the offseason. Shortstop Javier Baez goes to the Detroit Tigers, 6-year, $140 million, so that's $23.33 million per year. Last year, he put up an average of 248, 22 home runs, 65 RBIs. And although these offensive numbers aren't bad, I would like to see his batting average higher. From 2016 to 2019, he was about a 280 hitter, and his average dropped significantly this year. So I think the offensive production is going to have to be higher. Javier Baez is just amazing with the glove, but we need to see more offensive production, especially since he strikes out a lot. His pitch selection, he swings at everything. So although he hits a lot of home runs, we need to see him get on base more. So that's going to be the main focus going into 2022. So pretty early in the offseason, you may have forgotten about this move, but Cy Young pitcher Robbie Ray goes to the Seattle Mariners on a 5-year contract, $115 million. So that's $23 million per year. Last year, he put up an ERA of 2.84, a record of 13-7, and a 6.7 WAR. That WAR is insane. A phenomenal Cy Young season in 2021 by Robbie Ray. I mean, if he continues to pitch like he did this year, then yeah, that would be a great addition to the Mariners. But I'm not sure if he can repeat it. He was amazing this year, but the last few seasons, his ERA has been very high. He has never really been the ace of the rotation until this 2021 season. So, one good year, although it was a great year, it's still a small sample size considering the 5-year deal. So I don't really know how Robbie Ray is going to do. It's kind of a gamble for the Mariners offering $23 million per year. Yeah, let me know in the comment section down below. What do you guys think about this deal? Next up, we've got pitcher Corey Kluber going to the Tampa Bay Rays on a 1-year, $8 million deal. He put up a 3.83 ERA, 5-3 record, and a 1.4 WAR. So although he did have that major injury that left him out for most of the season, it was a small sample size of him coming back. He's been dealing with injuries a lot lately. He is a 2-time Cy Young winner, but we haven't seen the Cy Young Corey Kluber since he was with the Indians. We've seen what he can do in the past. 2021, it was an all right year. I think he pitched like a middle to rotation type of pitcher. Again, though, I think the Rays are the winners in this deal. It's only for 1 year, $8 million, so that's not asking too much. Hopefully he can play for what he's worth, maybe even better. I like how Tampa Bay always adds in the key pieces that they need, not signing any massive deals for crazy long-term contracts. So overall, I really like this move for the Rays, and I'm excited to see if Corey Kluber can bounce back and be his Cy Young self. So now let's go on down south and talk about the Texas Rangers. And wow, the Rangers have made a huge splash in the free agent market this year. First off, signing shortstop Corey Seager to a 10-year, $325 million deal. That's a fat contract of $32.5 million per year. Last year, Seager had a 306 average, 16 home runs, and 57 RBIs. Corey Seager, we've seen it. He's a great shortstop. My only concern with this really long-term deal is, will he stay healthy? We saw him have a phenomenal rookie season, winning Rookie of the Year in 2016, but that all kind of fell apart afterwards until 2020, when he came back, won NLCS MVP, World Series MVP. We've seen him be really good when he's on the field, so the only question is, will he stay healthy? So props to the Rangers for going out and getting that elite shortstop. I would have liked to see maybe a shorter term deal. We can only cross our fingers and hope that he stays healthy. Moving on to their next middle infielder, newly acquired Marcus Semien on a 7-year deal, $175 million. So that's $25 million each year. Last year, he put up a 265 average, 45 home runs, a 102 RBIs, and a 7.3 WAR. That WAR, wins above replacement, is insanely high, 100 plus RBIs. Marcus Semien played like an MVP, and if it weren't for Shohei Ohtani, maybe he would have a bigger chance at winning. I think he's extremely underrated, definitely a very, very productive hitter. Again, my only concern with this deal is gonna also have to be the long-term 7-year thing. He's already 31 years old, so he's gonna be 38 years old, almost 40, when this deal is over. Hopefully he can keep putting up the offensive numbers that he did and stay healthy. He will be a huge, huge part to the Rangers lineup. Hopefully he doesn't fall off too fast, otherwise the Rangers might be in. And now, moving on east to New York, let's talk about the New York Mets, who have made some huge moves. First off, the most obvious one, they signed Max Scherzer, 3-year deal, $130 million. That's $43.33 million per year. Last year, Scherzer put up a 2.46 ERA, a 15-4 record, and a 5.2 WAR. Obviously, Max Scherzer is just a stud. It seems like he gets better with age. He's a 3-time Cy Young winner, one of the best pitchers of the generation. Max Scherzer is just amazing, amazing. But I don't know, 3 years, I mean, I wouldn't consider that a long-term contract, but given Max Scherzer's age, it kind of plays in as one. I feel like Scherzer, I fully expect him to be an ace next season, but I get the feeling he's going to fall off fast given his age. We saw that a little bit in the postseason when his arm got tired after pitching 1 inning in Game 5 of the NLDS, and then Buehler had to fill in his role, and yep, that's kind of how the Dodgers cookie crumbled. However, I think he will be a great fit in New York alongside Jacob deGrom. So my only concern will be how quickly does Max Scherzer fall off. Not only did they add a Cy Young ace to their already good pitching rotation, they also added a couple bats to their lineup, the first one being Starling Marte. Marte goes to the Mets on a 4-year deal, $78 million, so that's $19.5 million a year. Last year, he hit .310, 12 home runs, 55 RBIs, and a 4.7 WAR. So although Marte is a little bit older, we've seen him play a lot, and he has always been a huge offensive bat in the lineup. He puts up good average, good power, and he's going to be a huge part of the Mets' success in 2022. In addition to Marte, they also added third baseman Eduardo Escobar. We've seen Escobar play really well for Arizona. At one point, I think he was a top 10 third baseman. So we've seen him do really well. He goes to the Mets on a 2-year deal, $20 million, so that's $10 million per year. And I think that's pretty good. They're not overpaying him. He's going to be a good middle lineup type of bat. Last year, he hit .253, 28 home runs, 90 RBIs, and a 2.4 WAR. Those are some pretty decent numbers. And it's a short-term deal because he is older. But I think that these two veteran bats are really going to play a big role in the Mets lineup, adding depth, as they already have Jeff McNeil, Francisco Lindor, Pete Alonso, those kinds of guys. And these two veterans are going to be great. So that wraps up today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe. You guys know the deal. And I'll be coming out with more content, so stay tuned. See y'all next time. Bye.